Yo, when we're talking about the top 10 albums of the year, if you don't put this album on there, y'all some suckers. And God bless y'all, man. What up and welcome. Right? Here we go, man. Well, welcome to 520 Collective. Y'all already know what it is. Follow, subscribe, share, all the things that you do on the interwebs. Indie Christian culture, faith goes beyond the mainstream. I've got my guys with me tonight. I'm going to introduce y'all to them. Big Swiss, what's up, man?
Good evening. Excited for tonight. We got a stellar lineup of artists. I'm really excited to talk to you.
Yes, sir. DJ Lost and Found. What up?
What up? What up, man? I'm a fan of everybody here, so I'm excited for this, man. To be a fan on this. For real.
Are you though? Like for real? For real?
So you trying to start mess, man?
The Lord was working on me. Even the haters. Even the haters, man.
Dude, Eric's coming in with some heat today.
Yeah. Hey, we speak the truth with boldness. Okay, that's what the Spirit of the Lord does for us, man. So,
and also gentle like a lamb, right?
I mean, when the situation calls for it, right?
Yes. So, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. That's what's up. Shout out to people watching in the chat. Make sure you drop us a little comment in there. Let us know where you're watching at, where you're at, all the things. Man, I cannot talk tonight. I gotta hurry up and give this to somebody else. Shout out to our guy 7th from Adam. Salute to the Gritty fam in the 520 fam. Yes, sir. We do. We got the Gritty Coalition hanging out with us. We're here to talk about what we definitely think is a top album of the year around these parts. And we got Ayo Shamir in the house. What's good, man?
Thank you. How's it going, everybody?
Good, it's good, man. How you feel, man?
I feel good, man. Excited. Just been working nonstop and just ready for the future and just love everything that I'm seeing, man.
Yeah, man.
How's the response been since the record dropped, since the album dropped?
It's been like people saying like, yo, this is the greatest CHH project I ever heard. I've seen a lot of people say that this is a dope way to bridge the gap between genres and from secular to gritty, CHH. I seen people say that Voicemail really helped me with my life, or records like All I Need or Love of My Life. Just people saying that how it impacted them directly, and how I would see people even just say that this is the greatest album I heard in like the last 10 years. Just a lot of good feedback.
Well, we love it, man. And the album is called 99. 16 tracks. Like Shamir, I don't know if you realize it or not, Ben, but I don't think you're supposed to be dropping like 48-minute records anymore, dude.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. It's funny. It was longer. I cut it down. Pause.
So hey, you got some people. You got some people that you brought through with us, man. Introduce who all you brought.
Oh snap! YP in here.
Yeah.
Speaking of God bless the suckers, man.
B4 in here. Riggs in here.
Yeah, let's say what's up.
Pop up.
Let's say what's up.
Yo, LNF, what up, bro?
C4.
Yo, man, what's good?
What up, man? Eric, what up, man? Big salute.
What up, YP? Man, YP just hops in and takes over, man. That's what he does.
Yo, my bad, man. I just want to,
What up, C4? First time on the video with us. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Can't wait to chop it up.
Yeah, man. You're looking glorious, man. You're looking glorious.
Thank you, man. I just had some kale.
Hey, gotta give a shout out to our guy Riggs. Riggs, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm chilling, man. Another day.
Yeah.
God is good.
You look
Busy, working.
Riggs look
Yeah.
all sad, yo.
You said Riggs look good?
Look all sad. Like,
Oh,
record.
yeah, man.
I'm refraining from the jokes today, so don't get me started.
Right? Hey,
He's a
man, when you
distinguished
come around
man
here,
today.
Riggs, you got to deal with our sense of humor, okay, man? It's how
I'm
it
trying to
goes.
be mature today.
Right. Hey, you know, we got to give a shout out to the good half of the guillotines out here. What up, Commissioner?
Wow.
Oh,
That's crazy.
I gave you the salute for that too.
I call it slug, man. Nah, that's what's up, my man. What up, though?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's up, man? Good to have you back.
Hey, man, it's good to be here, man. For a great cause, too, you heard?
Man.
Yes, sir. And I guess we'll go ahead and give a shout out to YP. What up, YP?
Yo, where your video at?
Yo, what up, though?
What up, though?
Why you got Jews on in the house?
Yo,
Drinking
listen,
coffee.
man. First of all, I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking the dog.
Did you know he RMG?
Yo,
RMG amplified, getting that RMG amplified money
bag.
You know what I mean?
Yo, can I live? I got, you know what I mean? What's good? Hey.
What up, Doc? Can I get one of those chains, Doc?
Oh,
Next
man.
one will be an RMG one. I'm gonna have a big RMG chain too. That's the next one.
Yo, you gotta go to a YP show. A part of his set, he get off stage and he asks his wife to go in the duffel and give him a different chain.
Yo, man, I gotta stay icy, man. What's good, man? I gotta stay icy, man. Especially when I'm sick. I can't be on here looking crazy, man. I'm over here dealing with all types of sinuses, you know what I mean? Stuffy nose, headaches, but I'm here. That's why I'm drinking this tea.
Hey, we're glad you're back, YP. You already know it's all love, man.
Of course.
Hey, and actually, it's because of you that Ayo and myself got connected.
Oh,
so
fact.
Shout out to you, man.
Of course.
My brother right there, you know?
Yeah, man. I had to put you on, Eric, man. Got to put you on to what's bubbling right now, you know?
Right?
Hey,
well,
yo.
hey, yo, shout out to both of you, man, for the little bit of the little bit that I got to be a part of this rollout of this album, man. It's fantastic. 99, and then I think obviously I'm gonna let Swiss and DJ Lost and Fountain, y'all do your thing, but I mean, I gotta start with the guy.
Eric got the project early,
dude. A little bit, you know. Dude, like about that record, man. I mean, it's the first like real like official record on the album, bro.
I think your audio went out, bro.
Did it?
Yeah, we lost you for a sec.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, if it does that, just talk without
Get
me.
that mic real close.
Hello.
Hey, yo.
Whoa.
Get that NPR microphone
Here we
going.
are.
Listen, it's been a pleasure, but I'm out.
Oh, but no, Ayo, I was just like, I was just saying, I want to hear about this record, God Bless the Suckers, man, because I see everyone talking about that record, man.
God Bless the Suckers, right? Basically, it was inspired. The title was inspired by Riggs' verse. How he ended it off, like, with the God Bless the Suckers, and they thought I was trolling when I said I'm gonna name it that. They were like, "Yo, why you going?" Like, they were saying, "Yo, you really gonna name it that?" And I said, "Yeah, God Bless the Suckers." Like,
iconic, man.
Like,
that's classic for sure.
They suckers. And forgive them, forgive them for they don't know what they do.
It's sort of like, when they had that record, God Blessed and All the Track, you know what I mean? So there's all a little spin on that. God Bless the Suckers.
Yeah, so basically when I wrote my verse, I thought about a situation or two. So what came out, and then Shamir was like, "Oh my God, that's gonna be the name of the song." And and then got Prodigy on the hook and turned into what it turned into.
And Prodigy got on the hook like maybe like a week before the album dropped.
Yeah,
a week and a half before
Oh,
the
wow.
album dropped.
Crazy.
Yeah, because
I love
before it was like almost like just a cipher track, and then Shamir decided to put Prodi on it, and I feel like Prodi brought it all together and made it a record.
Yeah.
Facts.
So,
Did other tracks in that album have a similar like workflow through it, where like verses or hooks are coming in late, and you're kind of like, how does this fit? Like, what does your editing process look like, Ayo, as you're like trying to figure out what fits 99? What is in that? Like, what was
So
your headspace going? And like, I want to create this sound. What was that like?
so Head of Goliath had a different sample before it dropped. Like I had a Spanish sample, but if I wanted I felt like having Mickey and Dayton on it, like if we wanted the record to go really far, um I kind of wanted it to be a one of one sample. So my guy Cyrus Sonata cooked up a sample and I chopped it up and I kept the same drums, but it went perfect. So he had sent me all these samples to work with, and he said, "Yo, whenever you feel like working on these, this for you, just you only." And I worked on it. I told him I'm gonna put them on as a feature, and it was a go. And that happened for that and Love of My Life. Love of My Life originally had a different hook, but I took the person off, and then I added um, Radical, which is RDKL.
Yeah,
Did
shout out to Gabe. Shout out to
did
Radical.
that
Yep, Gabe.
did you hurt any feelings in the process of like maybe cutting people or adding people? Like, how many people are hitting you up being like, man, I wanted to be on that album? Like,
Who
why
burst
A
their
lot of
measure up?
people hit me up about being on the album. I really, yo, who laughed? I really be on some like it really be like some Kanye stuff where you heard the record one way and then it's a different record.
Facts.
yo, the remix be done before the original.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing I know about Shamir is that it's never really personal. He's just so like in tune with like the record and what he hears. You know what I mean? And he also, it'll feel like he playing you because you're not on that record that you recorded for, but you mess around and you might hear that same verse you did on a whole different beat to a whole different song. You know what I mean? You might end up liking that joint, way better. Like, oh, all right, because he's like a real visionary just with that type of stuff, who he sees, with who on, certain records. So he's not just bodying people for the sake of
right.
bodying people. He repurposes stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I see that in a lot of projects, especially this one, where it's like you could see the intentionality in maybe putting somebody in a verse. Like, I was listening to an album this weekend with a featured artist, and I was like, why wasn't this a full song? Why is this an interlude? And I was like, oh, because it's a transitionary element to the album. And if
Right.
they made it a song, it would have taken away from that. And so I definitely see how that happens. I remember talking with another artist about that, and they were talking about how, man, so-and-so was upset that I didn't put him on. So I was like, man, I wonder how many people are hitting up Ayo like, I want to be on the next 99, or like now that we've seen the reaction and you're getting responses, I bet people are like, let me be on the deluxe, or
Oh well, it's
Big time.
happening. It actually happened right with one of the guys in the group, um, with our brother Lethal, where I took him off foreign, right, because that was actually his record, but it was like literally to like a trap soul record, right? And I said, "Yo, bro, let me get this record because you just holding it," and I they sent me the stems to their vocals and I built the whole beat around their vocals. And then what happened was Lethal re-recorded it and C4 re-recorded it. But what I did was when I was about to drop the single, I said I'm putting JR on this with C4 because I know how they pair well. So JR is a secular artist, but they kind of they're amazing on drumless beats. So when I put them on it, and I wanted to introduce the world to Lethal, also. So I didn't want to introduce the world to Lethal with a verse. I wanted to introduce the world with a hook. So his verse, at first he was like, "Yo, why you take my verse off?" I said, "It's gonna work, bro. I'm gonna use your your verse as an interlude leading into foreign, and that's why there's foreign interlude and foreign."
Oh, okay. That was going to be my next question because Foreign's one of my favorite tracks, and I'm like, tell me how you got the interlude. So that's interesting.
So, I'm curious because you're talking about basically you being a producer and in the executive producer role and building. But I think to step away from the album for a little bit, what is your for those who don't know, like your past and kind of like your resume. I think that'll kind of get people to understand, how you're able to build these projects like this.
So my resume, if it's CHH, it started with 48 hours. Me fully producing that. Me kind of being the Phil Jackson to C4 and Selah, and at that time I wasn't mixing or mastering yet. I was just producing, and it was like it was a different vibe because it was more like this was my first project where I was introducing myself as a producer artist, and I was going by produced by Shamir at that time. It wasn't Ayo Shamir. And then my second project was actually this project with JR, which is called Shadow in the Shade, and I fully produced that, but I still wasn't mixing on there. But I curated everything with him. So on that album, I learned how to really curate. But then by my third project, which was I was working on Ignorant Art and 99 at the same time. So by the time I got to Ignorant Art, I was mixing and mastering everything because my guy JR said, "You need to mix and master this because I'm not doing it." He said, "I'm not doing it," and I was like, "All right, word." So I did it, and I made it sound so cohesive. That's how I wanted it to sound. I wanted all my albums to feel like you can't, like it's one track that you can't skip nothing because it feels incomplete if you skip something. So that's kind of what happened with that. And then my album with Mickey Fax happened because of a record that he heard I did with Elzai. And Elzai, he was mad that he wasn't on the record. So I said, "I'll do a record with you like that Elzai had." He said to me, "I don't do records, bro. I do albums." And then I said, "So let's do an album." And he said, "Yeah, but it didn't happen right away. We just started building a relationship, and then that's what happened. Like me having a relationship with him allowed for him to get on the album, and just he gladly said anything I need, he'll get on it.
Can y'all speak to the brotherhood? Even like y'all chime in about with working with Shamir. How is it the brotherhood? Because I noticed when this came out, one of the hard things to do is to get artists to actually push a feature that they done. Y'all was pushing this like crazy.
Yeah.
Still are. So
Well,
from
obviously
everyone.
from everybody. So obviously there's a brotherhood and a tight knit. Like this ain't no paid promotion.
Well, and to piggyback off of that, LNF, it's like
Facts.
this whole like gritty CHH thing, like y'all are coming together. I mean, this feels like just one of those moments. Sometimes that gets thrown around a little bit, but this definitely feels like a moment where there is a tight group of you guys that are really pushing in one direction here with this.
Yeah.
So how's it working with Shamir? Because y'all speak to that brother.
He's stressful, man. He's a stressful dude, man. He'll send you 4 beats at 4 a.m. and at 8 a.m. he asks you if you're done with all of it. You know what I mean? And he do that to everybody. But DJ Lost and Found. It's funny, man, because I wanted to see what Shamir said. You asked Shamir, what his resume is, and he kind of went light because
Yeah, I
Shamir,
know. I was waiting for
he's
the.
talking about Ayo Shamir. Shamir been in CHH for a long, long, long time. I ain't gonna say no names, but Shamir been making these kind of beats, and some of y'all favorite Christian rappers ain't want it. So he was making beats and production he ain't want to make. So
Yeah.
I did the body bag challenge. Remember that with Dayton and Stefanato? I won it. I won the challenge, and Shamir was like, man, I've been looking for your kind of rapper my whole CHA time. Real talk. And then he's just sending me all these beats. I'm thinking he making it, and he says, making it on the spot. He's like, nah, man, these are beats that people have passed on. They ain't want it. They said this ain't gonna work. Now look at it working.
Well, hey,
One man's
C4,
trash is another
C4. Let me
man's
ask you
treasure.
this, man. Let me ask you this because Ayo mentioned the 48 hours joint, right? And he said that he was like Phil Jackson on that bad
Mhm.
boy. So I got to ask you, and since Selah's not here, you have to answer this. Between you and Selah, who was MJ and who was Bill Cartwright?
Bill
Oh man.
Cartwright.
I would say Derek Fisher.
Bill Cartwright. That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo,
Eric,
I'm gonna
you're
keep it.
on
I'm gonna keep
something.
it 100 with you because bro, that is funny. But to be honest with you, bro, like, and I know when it comes to spitters, we get real like competitive with each other, and be friendly competition. Me personally, I try not to put my mind there. You know what I mean? Like I really just I just want to be dope for God. And I want to just, be the best. Shamir, you be like playing those games like, yo, man, you about to get smoked. I just ignore him. You know what I mean? I just, all I can do is what I do, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, like when you a spitter and everybody in 99 is an elite spitter, like, that every game ain't going to be your game, in terms of who got the best what. All you can do is your best. That's it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
But
I say that with love because 48 hours was an amazing
Nah, you
project.
know what's
no, I
funny
know, but
though?
in hip hop conversations, like y'all gonna like debate behind closed doors or
hmm
publicly who you felt like got who. You know what I
Well,
mean?
but here's the thing. Here's the thing that was making me excited about 99 is like when me and Ayo when we talked on the phone, right? And you were telling me kind of like what your vision and what you were hoping to accomplish with this album. I'm really interested to know how far along in the process you feel like you've gotten since its release, and y'all can chime in on this as well. But like you told me, hey, I want to be this bridge between the underground mainstream where I've got these connections and into CHH, and I feel like this album can do that. How do you feel like now that it's been out and it's been a little minute, not a very long minute, but a little minute? How do you like? What's the response you're getting on that mainstream side to it? Because we talked about it a little bit before we went live. And where do you guys that were on the album? How do you see it, man? Are y'all seeing any kind of new connects because of this?
Well,
I'll
and
be
to piggyback real
go,
quick, I remember
go ahead.
YP said the same thing on his last record too. About last time we had YP on, he was talking about we are trying, and you said we. So I'm
hmm
assuming you meant this collective of like
Yeah.
we're trying to build a bridge here to infiltrate this mainstream sound, and I think that's an extra data point that I've heard from this crew before.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what I was trying to what I was trying to say was like, this whole gritty CHH lane is finally being embraced on a bigger scale, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I feel like more people are tapped in, more DJs, more blogs, more the artists. I'm starting to see a lot of artists that never messed with the boom bap starting to,
Mm-hmm.
be encouraged and influenced, and they're creating boom bap records. Like it's a thing. I'm seeing artists who may not have been part of the project hashtagging gritty CHH and all that. So that's fly. Like that shows that we're making an impact. You know that this thing is really moving. And yo, just to rewind a little bit to answer LNF's question about how it's working with Shamir. I ain't gonna hold y'all. The bros, they always be messing with me, but it's right down my alley because y'all know I be recording like an animal. So with me and Shamir, it's like, you know what I mean? We work it out. Like, let's go. Like the Bunk Bed remix, Commissioner could tell you, I sent him the Bunk Bed remix the same day we had a conversation. Shamir was like, yo, we should do a Bunk Beds remix. I'm like, yo, we should. You know what? I'm gonna go to the studio and lay something down real quick. And he was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And I said, Commissioner the record. He's like, yo, Mo, how we just spoke about this an hour ago and you already got a verse sent over. You know what I'm saying?
YP verse was laid down by lunchtime, dude.
You know what I mean? It's like, let's go. What we waiting on? Let's get this going. Let's get it. You know what I mean? So working with Shamir, it's perfect for me. You know what I mean?
The fastest workers in the group gotta be YP, C4, Commissioner, and Lethal. And Lethal's a different animal too. He'll do everything.
Yeah, Lethal's. I don't know why he's not on here, but yeah, that's a bad boy right there.
Do you think the reception is a response to? I mean, so I hear. I mean, you guys have seen the conversation about people thinking that Christian hip hop is corny, or you know, they have this preconceived notion of what Christian hip hop is because of Toby Mac or something. Do you think this is the like? I mean, it's true.
Don't hate on Toby. Don't hate on Toby Mac.
No.
Hey, Toby Mac's a trailblazer, but it was a time and a place.
Don't make me get on my soapbox.
I know that was a shot at Eric.
No, but Switch, that's facts though. Yo, Eric, he's spitting facts. Like, we don't want to be the Toby Mac. We come with a different energy, and I think that's why we stick out the way we do. We just come with a different energy. We're not trying.
Shout out to Toby Mac, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Toby Mac.
He want a feature. He want a feature.
No, we're not trying to play him out. We're not trying to play out Toby Mac, but you know, I feel like that's what makes us different. You know, because we come in with an edge. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I kind of, you know, to piggyback off that, I just think that, you know, I believe that CHH is so powerful that we just need every lane. You know, for you know, like I know I rap a certain way, but I'm not against the mumble rappers or the hype rappers. We need them. You know, like when I'm out and about and I'm trying to witness to somebody and I know they like music, I'll be flipping through the Spotify, seeing what get them going. You know what I mean? Sometimes I play my music and they don't got them doing nothing. I turn on some 1K Few, I see their foot start tapping. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's all necessary, and I'm just happy that, you know, this lane is just getting a look. And it took for all of us to join forces, because the truth is we all been doing it. You know, this ain't new, you know, for us, but you know, we stronger together, and that's where that brotherhood comes from. Because you know, it ain't no, I'm not in competition with none of these dudes. I'm like, yo, let's get lit together. Let's do these bars. Let's you know what I mean? Push each other's pens. You feel me? So that's really where the brotherhood comes from.
Well said, man.
That's
exactly what I've been saying about like these different, like we're in a state right now where we're having so many collectives join forces. Like I think we are starting to see a lot of unification across CHH. You do have the God Over Money Menace movement guys. You do have the Gritty CHH crews. You do have the Glow people, and you got the Indie Tribe, and you got the Trap Ship Collective, and you got, I mean, it's just so many people are starting to unify, and we are starting to see the lanes, and it's easy to find your lane and be like, I like that. And kind of to your point, I remember when I was like, before I got into CHH and was really following it, I mean, I was a diehard underground Midwest, like Rhyme Sayers, Def Jokes, Living Legends, like all that stuff. I was going to all those shows. And I remember one time the Slug from Atmosphere was talking about hip hop's a tree and they're all branches, and 50 Cent's got a branch, Kanye's got a branch, I got a branch. And that's kind of like what you're saying right here at C4 is, hey, we got lanes for everyone. And people send me music all the time that I'm like, hey, I don't like this, but I know somebody who will. I'll recommend it.
Sometimes you gotta like stand outside yourself, like, yo, I don't like this artistically, but it is good. and I could see
Exactly.
why people would like this, but a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
A
Or
lot of
like
people
I
can't do
understand
that.
what the artist is trying to do here, and I
Mm.
know this guy likes that kind of thing. I'm gonna send this to this guy.
I'm not against the mumble rappers, but I'm probably not listening to your record if I'm just being honest. So, um, hey Riggs, I want to know. I want to hear your thoughts on this thing because you've been doing this a minute. Did you think that we'd get to a point where we would start seeing this emergence of this more gritty sound, like actually kind of getting prominent within CHH?
I tried not to be a prisoner of the moment, so I'm a person that like I pay attention for the next few months and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But mostly like what C4 said, like all of to my knowledge, all of us been doing this. Like this is definitely not new to me. You know, if you go back in my catalog, I've been doing this sound. You know what I'm saying? C4 has been doing this. Several of us been doing it. YP definitely been doing it. So, um, like I said, I'm happy with what's going on right now. But let's just see what happens for the next few months. You know what I'm saying? We just got to keep the momentum going. And like C4 said earlier, a lot of people starting to trying to ride the wave. People that wasn't trying to be with it is trying to tap into some of the juice. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Come on, come
Do
on.
you think that'll make better friendly
Shout out,
competition?
shout out to all the producers that jump into my live that's in CHA trying to learn the sauce.
Trying to learn how to do boom bap,
Oh,
right?
that's how you feel it, y'all?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
We're being honest tonight, YP. That is the theme of tonight's show, man.
We seen it.
Hey,
Honesty.
I love
Okay?
it. I'm with it. I'm with
Yo, see, YP, don't hype it.
But you said was it good for competition?
Yeah, like if all these people are trying to, kind of jump on the trail here, or like bandwagon, if you will, back to our original conversation before we started going on.
Oh,
Do you
rap is
think?
definitely trying to compete. That's a fact.
Yeah. Do you think
I
that's going to
mean,
I see
create
the
better
sound.
music though?
I'm gonna have a Riggs moment right now. I'm trying to refrain, but I got to be honest.
Just be
Ain't
honest,
too
man.
Hey,
many
be
people
you,
could
man.
compete. Ain't too many people could compete. I personally ain't worried about nobody competing. Like if they want to do that to themselves, then that's their business. But ain't too many people out there could like rap like that. You know what I mean? Like this
Fact.
collective is unique because everybody can rap like for real. You know what I'm
And they
saying? And
come from that cloth.
there's others out there,
Most of
but
that.
there's others out there, but chances are they're attached to us anyway, so there ain't gonna really be too much competition
Yeah.
between us. So anybody else out there, I mean, I ain't no slacker, so I ain't concerned about nobody competing. So I think, if anything, I think people might move away from it just to, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying,
Okay.
so they could be a big fish in a small pond because it's they don't really want to swim with the sharks for real.
Damn.
Dang, that's a good line. That's a
That's
bumper
on point.
sticker right there.
Yo, you know what it is though? Is like, yo, there's people that could like on paper like could technically rap, but y'all know that I don't want to sound old and talk about the golden era, but yo, the days of being in high school with the cipher and the lunch line, all of that stuff, like that's like experience that this newer generation don't have. I remember I put a post on Facebook. I'm like, yo, I wonder what the ciphers in the high school. Everybody's singing. You feel me? Like
You're
it's
probably
just
like, "What's a cipher?"
you feel me? Like, I came up with the ciphers on the corner. I come
They
from
think it's
battle rap.
different.
I have that rapper, like, experience. And I just don't think they have that experience. And yeah, of course, they could go buy a beat from Ayo Shamir and they might, sound good, but they just don't got that, like, that life experience that you probably hear when you hear, like, our record. Like, yo, these dudes got their 10,000 hours in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
facts.
And if
So
you
what?
tried to go buy a beat from Ayo at this point, y'all, the price is up. Okay, just know that. Like Ayo, I want to know, like, as you were listening to these records as they're coming in, man, like, what was your thoughts just sitting there with them?
So I was going through it too in my walk, and I started getting ministered to, like when I was mixing these records. Um, at the moment, I was going through like church hurt, all this stuff, and then I ended up really just like the Lord talking to, like ministering to me through the lyrics, like while I'm mixing these records, and I ended up going back to church, like, and mind you, it was like me and my wife went through a situation at the church we was in, and it was like I was just mad at God, but God just like showed me like, yo, I got you, and I need you to like. I started hearing His message and knowing that I'm the one that strayed away from the 99, but I also know what it is to be a part of the 99. You know, so it just ministered to me firsthand.
And man, it's wild that you say that because I know this isn't exactly what you're saying, but I was listening through the album again on my way to work this morning, and it's just like hit me where I had this feeling like, man, it seems like so long whenever it comes to hip hop and the church, right? There's this friction that's been there forever, right? And it
Yeah.
seems like rappers have been trying to kick in the church door to get in, with this, it feels like y'all finally said, forget it. We're not kicking the door. We're pulling y'all out here where we're at and let us talk to you. Now let's tell you what I was going to tell you in there, but you're going to listen out here. I don't know if any of y'all feel that way, but that's what I got the feeling. Like, Commissioner, I know you haven't said anything, man. Like, what was your feeling as you were being a part of this project, man?
It's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing. Anybody that know me, that really know me, knows that I didn't do rap when I first got saved. It took me a minute, but I do have an extensive testimony when it comes to being signed and being in the world and really doing music. So when God gave me the green light, it was lit. You know what I'm saying? So to be a part of a collective like this, the thing that stands out to me was the bond that we got. You talked about it earlier about how it looks like this is not paid promotion, because it's not. You know what I mean? I could stop rapping right now. I'm a fan of everybody that I'm working with right now. And everybody feels that way. There's a genuine brotherhood. So in the process of doing this, behind the scenes, we got a chat where we lift each other up, we minister to each other, we laugh with each other, we joke with each other. If we gotta check each other and hold each other accountable, we do that. If we gotta pray, we do that. You know what I'm saying? If we got it's whatever. If we gotta fast for these brothers, I'm gonna do that because we really locked in. You know what I'm saying? The common denominator is Jesus. So when it came to building this, I knew we was doing something special, but I'm gonna be honest. I gotta tip my hat to Shamir and the vision that he had to be able to put all of these guys together. Because on top of the camaraderie that we genuinely have because of the respect level and Jesus being the common denominator, this man had a vision. I got like 5 records that I had to check him on. Like, yo, Shamir, what happened to this? What happened? Bro, chill. I got like C4 said, it'll be repurposed. But he had a vision, and I had to respect the vision. And when you hear how cohesive the project is from beginning to end, and how well and thought out it was to come out to what you heard, you can't question that man's vision. So it's to answer your question simply though, it's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing to have these brothers alongside of me. You know what I mean? And this is on and off the court. We really rock with each other. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, man. I
You know
yield
what's
the
funny
floor with
about
that, bro.
that? Like how he was talking about records repurposed. I was in the chat and I said, yo, I need 30 records from you. They was like 30. Like C4, like you wildin', bro. Say, yo, I need 30. We ain't
I think
moving till
when
we get
Shamir
30.
first said that, we got into like 7 separate arguments about it. I'm like, yo, man, I got other stuff going on. I can't do this.
we got yo, there was arguments, and I said, nah, I need 30. I'm pretty sure there's more than that right now.
Most of you got several verses on this project, several entries. I'm interested in each person's favorite verse from another rapper on the album.
I'll go first.
I can tell you, oh, you beat me to it, man. You probably gonna say what I was gonna say. Right?
like listen, like Commissioner said, we talk all the time, so they probably already know my answer because we already been down this road. But um, it's C4's verse on "Sincerely." That's my favorite.
Mine is Joseph SD on voicemail.
Yeah, that's lit too.
I love Joseph SD.
Dude, that
Yo,
voice
That's a
yo,
is
classic.
when my computer crashed, Sincerely hit different, man.
Yeah. Yo, let me listen. I ain't even really tell y'all, which is again that shows the camaraderie because we kind of know a lot about what we all got going on. But I ain't even tell them like I'm living through Sincerely like right now as we speak. Like I was mad at myself, like why did I fucking do that record? I got this to do, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm kind of dealing with it right now in this very moment. So that song hits different. But I do got a runner up favorite verse though. Commissioner's verse on
No tomorrow.
No
it's
tomorrow.
it's no
No
tomorrow
tomorrow
and bump.
slaps.
No, it's no tomorrow and bump bed. Like Commissioner's verse on both of them be like 1A and 1B for me too.
Yo, it's just like when Commissioner rap, it just sounds good. Like, yeah, when I hear him, I'm like, yo, this joint just sound good. He got the cheat code.
It's that rasp. It's that smooth rasp. C4,
Yeah.
you C4, your verse on voicemail was very personal for me because I mean I literally just got out of a weekend of that, like being around those friends. And so I was actually listening to that record a lot this weekend, and it's going to be on my top 5 verses list coming up. So man, that one hit close.
Yeah, thank you, Brody. For me, that is always the aim of my music. I always tell I got my song "Save My Homies." That's probably like my biggest record, and that is the aim of all my music is to say it like, my prayer and my hope is that my friends that I used to deal with will get saved. So that's all. You're always gonna hear that in my music. It's just intercession type of rap.
So
Yo, my favorite hook is Lethal's. Which one is it when he talks about his mother and he said
Foreign.
yeah, foreign, that hook. Yeah, Joseph SD's verse on voicemail and Lethal's hook on foreign. Every time that come on, man, it just give me the chills, yo.
yeah,
Ayo, you got some favorites, or are they like your kids where you can't pick between them, even though you know that there is one that you like better than the
he got
rest?
favorites. He got favorites. He too critical. He got favorites.
All right.
My favorite would be I think my favorite verse might be I have like 2. So the whole voicemail song, like as a whole, like I don't even separate the 2. But
Yeah.
them 2, and then what's the called? Maybe the intro with
The intro's hard.
with my guy Lord Owen.
Yeah, that intro's crazy.
Selah.
Yeah, shout out to Lord Owen and Sailor. They bodied that.
And
It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick. I just love the cohesiveness in the project. Like you could just play it and enjoy it. I don't really have a favorite.
Hey, that voicemail track though, this has been killing me since I've heard it. That key sample in there, is that from a Rozelle album record?
That's
That dun dun dun.
damn. Why
dun,
you
dun,
saying
dun,
that, yo? No sample snitching.
It's
Listen, we gotta
every
get
time
to
I
that.
hear it, I'm like, I know this sample. I know it. Like, and my wife is always like, how do you pick out all these
Biz
samples?
Marquee
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
okay.
I knew it was a
and
beatboxer.
Mary J. Blige
I knew it was a beatboxer. I was like, it's either
and Mary J. Blige. I'm just going. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
in
Mary J.
here?
Blige on All I Need.
Yeah.
Do you have any fear sampling these
No.
classic records, bro? Nah?
Nah, I'm gonna write them. You know what I mean? It's my dog. I'm gonna write them.
Nah. You know what's funny? I always say this. Yo, if they flagged us, we doing something right, baby.
Word.
No, not even the flagging, but just for the art itself. Like so y'all dropped All I Need as a single. As soon as I was driving when I first heard it, so I didn't know whose track it was, none of that. So I heard it blindly, and the first 2-3 seconds, I heard it was a Mary joint. I was like, who sampled this? Like, you better kill it. You know what I mean? So once y'all did, and to be honest, I haven't played back many songs back to back this year, but that
Yeah,
joint back to
it's
back.
replay. It's a
Yeah.
replay value song. Yeah.
So like you don't have no fear when you're talking about sampling these classic joints, because if you mess it up, you mess it up.
No, I don't. If I played you some records right now that's not out, you're gonna be like, "What the heck?" For the
Hey,
next
we can turn off live and just do a listening session right now,
I
man. I'm
have
good.
no fear for these records.
Okay.
So
No
Commissioner
fear.
said that the common denominator in this was Jesus, man, and I want to hit on that for just a second, if y'all would, because like that is, I talked about some of the different things that this record made me feel, but I think above all, that was the biggest thing for me is like this is very much about Jesus, and you're giving it to listeners. You're allowing them to see him through a lens that's not the typical lens in CHH. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lens that's very much needed for a lot of people today. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of where everyone's been at, man. There's so many people that's just like in the middle of it, like we've been saying, and it's a very like real and raw view of Christ. Like how like important was that not only for you as a producer but for y'all when you were crafting your words?
It's very important. Like everything was intentional. Like I told you, I was going through it, but even though I was going through it, um, I still knew I was a son, and I still knew that, mind you, we were working on this for like a little bit over a year because I was working on multiple projects, but I'm doing secular projects and working on this one, but this one is my baby. And I felt like, I'm not saying that the other ones aren't, but this one I knew that was special. And there was at one moment, my wife, she said to me, don't forget about 99. And the Lord said, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. And I'm like, oh man. And them in the chat even started saying like, yo, what we doing? It's been a long time, this and that. And I had to kind of like check myself because I didn't realize that God put me in a position where I have to lead. I just felt like I was just working with them. But they were following the vision that God gave me. And I'm so grateful for them to be able to trust it, even when it just seemed not clear at the moment, But yeah, like it was amazing, man.
I think
I'll say
that'll
I'll
preach.
say this, right? I'll say this right quick. It was good for me to not be in the driver's seat for once, because me also being a producer and a mix engineer, I'm usually the one curating stuff. So I was glad that I was just supporting somebody else's vision, and I got to just do my part. Even though I was supposed to be on more records, it turned out the way it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Because I was also assisting with the mixing. Me and Shamir would link up because I'm helping him with stuff. So I was kind of like co-piloting silently in the background while working on other things. Like I got my album, I got the people I produce for. So, like he said, so when it kind of went silent for a bit, I had to like hit him up, like, "Yo, what you doing? You dropping the
He
ball?
put the bug in my ear.
Like we waiting on you." You know what I'm saying? And there's like no egos in the situation. So at any point, somebody could have felt the need or the itch to take over, so to speak. But it was like, this is Shamir's vision. So we was holding him to that. So we like, yo, we all grown men, we all got lives. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And then woken back up. Next thing you know, I think everybody could speak to this. Like, it got different after that.
Yeah.
And we see the fruit of
Mhm.
what happened. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
How long did it take to create it?
this
Um,
process was like
I want to
what?
say like a little over a year.
Yeah, a little over a year.
But you know what's funny? It was. I feel like now that I look at it in hindsight, it was needed because we got to know each other all more. So now this next one that's following up is being created so much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
It's way quicker right
Okay.
now.
Yep.
So it's like we clicking in a different, just we in a different type of time right now.
Does
Man, that's
YP get to be on the next one since he's got that R&B money now?
Yo,
Yep,
listen,
man.
man.
YP's my
YP
YP
be having
and,
his verse
the
before
guillotines
the
is my
beat is over.
guys for the singles. I'm breaking the mold of everybody thinking that they just do hard records. Nah, yo, these guys is talented.
Word,
You got
word.
YP on like some R&B
Yo,
stuff? Man, come on.
Yo,
Make
nah,
it bad.
All I
both
need.
of them.
yeah, he's on All I Need.
All I need.
Yeah,
That
All I
joint,
Need.
No, I mean
Sure.
I want you crooning out there, man.
Whoa.
Yo,
Yeah, come on.
nah, that's why we get serious.
hey,
Nah, we
hey,
don't have auto tune C4.
nah,
Yeah.
nah,
Oh,
nah.
Auto tune C4 is different.
he almost looks like that's the first time he's heard that.
Nah, I've done auto tune on my hideous project.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I don't know why. I don't know
That joint
why
was fire too,
people,
yo.
give him flack for that. Because I personally think that hideous project is fire, and when
Yeah,
he
it
does
is.
the auto tune stuff, it works. Like it don't sound cringy or nothing.
That's
I
because
think
he's
it's
already
dope.
got a raspy voice that like kind of fits that style, so it works.
Yeah. You
Hey,
talking
hey,
about for the auto tunes?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What
I
up,
think
hey,
man?
hey,
it's weird, because sometimes you're just an artist and you want to create, but people already kind of got you where they want you. You know what I mean? And
Hmm?
you get in this weird position of like what's working for you and what you want to do. You know what I mean? But I think every artist is afforded an experimental project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me you want to play the flute without telling me you want to play the flute.
Don't do
No,
that.
and
We don't want to hear
when
that.
they say that, like like I don't feel like Gritty CHH has limitations because even when I made bunk beds, right? Um, the what most people would think Gritty CHH would be like either drumless loops or dusty drums, but all I need is not dusty. It's just real soulful and with gritty artists on it. Because I always said when back in the days when we would listen to 90s hip hop, some of these artists already had a hit. Whether it was a De La Soul, whether it was Wu Tang, Method Man, Jay Z, DMX, they all had a hit. So I wanted to incorporate that into today, where break that stigma of lyrical rappers or gritty rappers can't make hits because that's not true.
Yeah.
Word.
Do you? So I,
Yeah.
as I'm listening to the album, you brought up bunk beds. Bunk beds is that shift in the like the gritty sound, and to your point, gritty isn't a beat sound. It's a conglomerate of different types of things.
Yeah,
What and that felt like a section of that sound, and then back to kind of the traditional gritty
yep.
sound. Walk me through that process. Why those songs there in that part of the album? Like, what were you thinking as you were doing that?
So basically, um, I was purposely showing them some of the stuff that I can do because when my music with C4 is synonymous with Save My Homies, 48 Hours, um and renounce the snakeskin. So, but you don't hear those sounds like bunk beds, and
Right.
even the music that I've made with Selah, since when you hear cliche, I made that record with my partner, but you hear that record is not synonymous with Ayo Shamir. It's synonymous with Sound Nami. So now I had to feel like I felt like, yo, I gotta reach into my bag to now, and I knew that my my range all cohesive to each other because it's still gonna be soulful and gritty, but also I'm gonna add a modern twist to it.
Yeah, I
And
love that.
and that's what because I wanted to be able to I thought about like, yo, so would my daughter like this song? Like all I need, my wife. So I thought about people like that, like our wives is gonna like Love of My Life. Um Sincerely. I felt like that was actually a record. The sample was a record that my daughter sent me, you
That's
That's
know,
dope.
dope. Yep.
and then
Yo, so I want to just say this, bro. What you hearing when you hear 99, besides the talented rap and our cohesiveness as brothers, you getting a good combination of ministry, right? Real life experience, and it's just we giving them like I said on the Guillotines 2 albums. You getting Jesus like you never heard it, right? I know what it's like to really spend Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's and in jail in Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're getting when you hear bunk beds. So it's real life, it's ministry, and then it's uplifting at the same time. And it's not egotistical, so it's not bigging up one
hmm
person. It's about Jesus. Like like C4 did with voicemail with Joseph SD.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we got the song for our wives, and then we got songs like All I Need, and you got a song like Sincerely where they're being transparent about how we might not be wise with our spending. So you getting real life experiences mixed with ministry, and I think that's what makes this project special. Like I really cried when I wrote the joint for
Love of
what's the
My
joint for
Life.
our wives? It's not all I love of my life. I really didn't. When I tell you, um, I haven't seen my daughters in a year. I haven't seen my daughters in a year at that point, bro. I had to stop writing. I was driving to go see our bro in Christ. It was like an hour and a half away. On that drive, I had to stop writing the verse because I was really crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a real transparency, besides the glue and the cohesiveness that you hear. And then there's also real ministry. You know what I'm saying? My man said, his man died. He lost his man, for taking perk 30s. Like, this is stuff we really experience in the hood. And we've been blessed to be able to be the ones to bring this story to the table in a way where you can really tangibly see and feel what we talking about. And you getting it from real people, you know what I mean? Who, we're all humility, with that, we really got the gift to say this and do this the way we doing it. And it's all because it's really powered by the Holy Spirit
Yeah, I think
and
I
real life
think
experience.
man, you just nailed it, Kamish. Like
hmm
when I'm listening to these records, and part of it's because I've interacted with a lot of you before, so I kind of have relationships with you guys, so I know you guys a little bit more. But it doesn't come off as like I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a humble brag or yeah, I did this, I did that. It does feel removing of ego.
You hear
Like
the
I
pain.
really went through this. I feel like
Yeah.
you're asking me to be in your shoes. And when I do that, I feel a deeper
Mhm.
connection to the music. And it's because you're not, it doesn't sound like you're doing it to boast. You're doing it as a warning.
Right.
And like that hits
Right.
so differently when you're listening to this project. And it's like, man, I feel like I know you more. I feel like I know you personally even more than I actually know you personally.
Right. So remember, we do what we do to avoid people going where we've been, right? We sharing our experience. So people don't know, right? Pataki's in, I don't know about all the jail systems, but in Rikers Island, Pataki's is the shoes that they give you when you go to the state. When I said I was sleeping with my shoes on, because if you go to
Yeah.
sleep and you ain't ready, you could get popped on. And you could get stabbed. They'll throw hot water on you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real. I was real. So I'm giving you a real life experience in those 8 bars that I had to share my part of that, testimony. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta go to Rikers Island to kind of experience that, and you experience it through music. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
thanks for
So
saying that.
And
yeah,
also,
man.
I just want to say too that what you said reminded me of when I was writing my soul. Um, that because that verse. So like, I was thinking about my grandmother who's diagnosed with cancer. So that's why I started the verse off the way I did. You know what I'm saying? And just thinking of it, like for me, that song was like a recalibration of what's important. So it's like we got achievements are good, things are good. But time is that one commodity we can't get back. So it was
Word
me
up.
just kind of venting on how to take advantage of the time that's in front of you, especially because you don't know how much of it you got left or your loved ones. So, and then just the vulnerability of being human, right? That's why I said it don't matter if you a saint or a reputable. Like you could be the worst, toughest person in the world. You could be the greatest person in the world. Solomon, the wisest man to live, said the same happens to them both. All is vanity. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about where your focus is, taking advantage of the time. My other family members that passed, up to this point, I've been blessed that I didn't really lose too many people in my family. It's just like the older generation. But me and my other grandmother, were very, very, very close, and I had peace with her going because I got lots of memories. Like the summers when everybody's like running the street and all my cousins is out and going on vacation and doing all this and that. I was at grandma's house just listening to her stories, listening to her experiences, just kicking it with her. 90 degrees outside, everybody at the basketball court. I'm chilling with grandma because I know her time wasn't forever. So when she actually passed, it hurt because we were so close, but like I still carry that with me. She like there's discussions that we've had that had I never kicked it with her, I would have never known. So now that my other grandmother is diagnosed, like I said, my soul just kind of brought like the beat when I heard it, it just brought kind of that out of me because I was like on the top of my mind really. Um so just be mindful of your people, take care of your people, and
Mm.
you never know. It don't even got to be illness. You could just drive around the wrong way and somebody run right into you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be mindful of your time here and sow into your life real well so you can reap well.
Yeah, man.
Word
Hey,
up.
Amen.
YP, I want to ask you a question, man, because I don't know, I just feel like you're going to give us a good answer here. So when you think about like special and timeless records, right? They're
Mhm.
always an album that fulfills a specific purpose, right? So when you
Mhm.
think about the legacy of 99 and you're thinking like 5, 10 years, whatever into the future, man,
Yeah.
like what are people saying about this record?
That it still sounds current, even 10 years later. That it's still relevant. And that's what happens when you put authentic work together. That's what happens when you write from a real place. It's timeless. And Shamir, the way he crafts his beats, already, even before the vocals is on there, you already know it's something special. What I mean? We just add, the cherry on top with the verses. You know what I'm saying?
Pause there.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's gonna do something very special for this space, man. Like I think it's one that you can't listen to it for a weekend and you get it and you understand.
No,
Like
you
it's
got to sit
players,
with
you
it.
gotta spend that time with it, man.
Yeah, you got to sit with
Listen,
this record.
you know it's special when everybody's coming out the woodworks wishing they were a part of it. That don't happen
Yeah,
all the time,
Right.
especially in CHH. That don't happen all the time. So it's something different.
yeah, yo,
You know,
it's true.
mm-hmm.
And people sending me DMs like they're not even saying nothing, but they just trying to show me that they do gritty music. They just tagging me the
Like, look
videos
at me over
random,
here.
yeah, like
Like, yo, I
or
do
or
this too.
saying, yo, what it would sound to hear me and Ayo Shamir, and I'm like, oh man, yo.
Yo,
Ain't
one thing that I learned that is more important than streams. You know, streams is cool. We want the big playlists, we want the streams, but it's looking like this project is having what's rare these days is a long shelf life. You know, these people, you know, there's so many artists and see the period. I only want to say CHH that drop music. It's here today. You might talk about it for the day. Yo, such and such dropped the project. The project is hot for the weekend and it's
Yeah.
over.
right.
You know what I mean? And since then, I'm sure a plethora of singles and projects have dropped. But people, you know, when I check the analytics, they still listening to 99,
Yeah.
and that is a great feeling and accomplishment more than whatever the project would do, you know, in the end.
Well, and man, it's up to us to change that narrative, C4. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something I've been saying for a minute now. It's like we got to change the narrative. Like CHH has the ability to decide how we're gonna support y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's other
Yeah.
ways to do it besides just putting it on a playlist. So speaking of that, hey, what's the best way that people support this album, man?
Um, I think sharing it, and just letting anybody that loves hip hop to listen to it. Um, the next step that I'm doing, I'm gonna just announce it right now. I think it's January 16th. I'm gonna have pre-orders for the vinyls for 99.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy
so
that.
yeah, and then we gonna do merch also for
Hey, get some
99.
CDs made too, man, so I can get one of those. Okay.
Well, so I'm trying to. So what I'm trying to do is me and my business partner, we just launched our company called Gas Records, and we press vinyls. So basically, I'm trying to bridge that gap of having gritty CHH artists, because we're doing mostly a lot of like independent underground artists, secular, but like I've said, a lot of the guys here can move through any type of border in music, because their music reaches so many people. Like, and I feel like they can rap with anybody and be alongside anybody, even though they do it for God. You know, so like I feel like 99 has to be a success on vinyl, because my partner is not a quote unquote believer, but he believes in 99 because he's heard it. Yeah.
Maybe that'll preach to
That's hard
him
though.
after a while. Are y'all gonna do a limited edition, like a limited print, like 100? Start off with like 100, or what? What's the
It's gonna be about 225.
okay?
I was expecting him to say 99. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that
But
will be hard.
come on,
now you know what though? I don't think
and number
I'm
those
gonna
bad
have.
boys.
I don't think I'm gonna have all 200 available. I think I'm gonna have only 100 available. Like y'all said, yeah, I
Hey
might
man,
do it like that.
shout out to the people that's been hanging out with us in the chat, man. Darius Mullen, hey Joseph SD's in the chat, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Juice Fez Snoop
Bars and
D. Yo,
beats,
what's up with him, yo?
B
Yeah.
plus.
Darius, yeah, man. What up, man?
Yes, sir. So
Salute,
man,
salute.
okay, hey, it's Christmas time. It's coming up to the end of the year, man. Like running around the horn, man. What do y'all got going closing out the year individually, and what are we looking for from either y'all as solo artists or as a collective or whatever as we head into 2024, man? Obviously, we're still pushing 99. That's not stopping, but
Yep.
So right now, I'm working with the guys on the follow up for 99. It'll be I'm not gonna name drop the name on air, but yeah, I'm working on the follow up. We might be like seven. Uh, I'm gonna show y'all my list real quick. Yeah, these some of the songs on it.
Okay.
So yeah, so we working on that, and then me and YP and the commissioner, we working on our project, and then me and C4 got to sit down and lock in, and Figs, You know what it is?
I feel like he's trying not to blow you up on something.
Yeah.
No, he's trying to not let me quit. I'm trying to quit.
Yeah, he's trying to stop rapping, but I said stop.
I'm
Briggs,
working
you've been
on.
saying that all year, though.
Well,
He said you a chatty patty.
Didn't you say you were going to stop rapping after Royal? Oh man, why can't I think of this?
Royal
Order.
Thank you,
so,
Royal.
well, what's funny is the album I'm working on now, that's supposed to be my last, I was working on before Roll Order. And then I put it down to do Roll Order, which was more like a compilation project. And then Vent Sessions 1 and 2 happened, and then Legion of Doom happened. And then now I'm back to this, and I told Shamir, I gotta focus on this so I can be done and quit. And he's like, no, you can't quit.
Yo,
We gotta
yo,
put a
I kind of
project
feel
together.
like that's God, bro. You say you want to quit, and then you just getting all this music. I think that might be the
Right.
Lord
Yo,
saying
and
you want to quit, but I
and
didn't
I
tell you
told
to.
him he don't gotta mix his own records or make his own beats.
Pulling me back.
And he don't gotta do that. He just can write. Sick.
Well, like I said, if God said different, I keep going. But just know if I'm still here, it ain't because I'm pressed to be here and be in everybody's face. I'm fine being in the background. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
if
Riggs,
I'm in the foreground,
if you stop, man, you know I'm gonna say stuff when you're not around. So
oh, I'm mature now. I can do it.
okay.
I'm distinguished now. Now,
I hear Riggs has been around some hip hop royalty lately. Like you really
well, yeah,
rocking with some people in real life, you know what I mean?
well, yeah. So I pulled all the resources I always kind of had. I just never really talked about it. But like I said, being that I'm approaching this project as my last, I just said I'm gonna leave it all out on the table with this one. So I called in some reinforcements, and I'm taking my time with it. That's why it's taking so long. So I produced everything. I'm mixing everything. Obviously curating everything. So it's gonna be something. So if it's my last, I'm going out with a bang. If it's not, then I have a high bar ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, man. You gotta step your game up. You know, that's all it is. C4, what's going on with you, man?
I'm finishing up this project with me and Dax Hammer. Me and Dayton got a project together that's pretty much done. Just waiting for that to get
Hey,
mixed.
why didn't Dayton come on here tonight, man? What's up with that?
Well, I don't know, but and then me
I
and
didn't let
Shamir
him
got
know.
to sit down. So yeah, I got a few joints in the truck.
Yeah, yo, I didn't even say that. Me and Dane gonna work on a project too.
Whew. It's a lot of work.
Hey, you and Lost and Found need to do something, Mayo.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen, I got.
Like y'all need to like
I
curate
sat
something.
saying. I
We
sat.
might butt heads though. Because we do the same
Yo,
thing, so we
I'm
might butt
really.
heads.
I'm saying you got work a collab curation. You know.
Absolutely. I'm with it.
I work with other producers and stuff like that. Like right now, I got a bunch of records in the tuck with my boy Sapuda. C4 knows.
He's big on YouTube. Like if you look him
Big,
up, like
yeah. Pause.
he's big on YouTube. What?
Whoa, hey you.
You guys are immature, man.
Yeah. Nah, but he's a known YouTube type beat producer. Like and he's a young boy that does this hip hop sound. He does it a lot in the secular side, but me and him have a personal relationship. So like we have a lot of records on the side. I have a lot of records on the side with a lot of secular producers, but I would say that I would love. I'm gonna say this. I've been thinking about this, and I'm gonna say be real. I would love to be influenced by some of the producers in the gritty CHH space. Inspired me, impressed me.
Oh man.
The
Challenge
challenge
accepted.
has been tossed out.
Yo, why? YPB hyping it, yo.
What? I just said, yo,
Nah, he
what?
not hyping it. That sounded crazy. You know what I mean?
What? Yo,
But yo,
see, am I
I'm gonna keep it 100,
Yeah,
and not
you
just
said it,
because
bro.
Shamir's my man. I don't think nobody is better than him. I do think that my boy is one of the best. I think that you could put him against, you know, Alchemist and whoever else is fire in that type of style. And I think that he will hold his own, if not be better. I really believe that Shamir is one of the greats for real, for real.
Listen, speaking
That's my opinion.
speaking as a producer, Shamir is probably one of the only people I don't mind just not producing and rapping on their beats. And I don't say that for a lot of people. So,
Mm,
word.
Yeah, man.
word.
What you
Commissioner.
said? Producing what?
No, I'm saying as a producer myself, like you're the only one of the only people that I don't mind just like not producing and just taking beats from you basically and rapping
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yo, a lot of people send me beats and they be mad I don't rap on it, and I be like, yo, that's Shamir, man. That's Shamir.
It's not for me,
Jameer gonna
man.
start a beat making class to help
Yeah.
these people.
So
You know, it's funny.
commissioner, man.
Mickey Fax wanted me to do that in his school pendulum. He wanted me to like do a beat maker course, and I was like, yeah, I
Mm.
don't know about that.
Nah, they gonna have Ayo Shamir type beats.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
man.
then we're
So
gonna phase out Jameer and start working with all the new cities on YouTube making his style beats. We don't
one of
need
the
you
little
no
cheaper,
more.
a little cheaper.
Yo,
Little cheaper.
So hey commissioner, man, it's been a big year for you, man. What's how's things wrapping up, man? What are you looking forward to for next year?
woo, commissioner, boy.
Man, we blessed, bro. We always working ahead of the mark. So this is gonna be the year where y'all hear my debut project that I've been working on. It's called The Great
Mm-hmm.
Commission. Me and YP already got Guillotines 3 ready to go. Pause. Um, you know what I mean? We got that Guillotines 3
It's heavy.
it's gonna do what they expecting is gonna exceed expectations. And and then I got the project with Shamir that I'm gonna do, and then we
Don't
got
say
the
the title,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna say the title, but me and YP got a project with Shamir also in the works. You know what I mean? I got a project with Pastor Charles that I've been working on for over a year. Also, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff on the way, man.
A whole lot
Support
of
the
rapping.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, man. YP, man. How about you? I'm just waiting for the day when YP's like, hey guys, I appreciate all you've done for me, but I've outgrown 520, so
No, never, never. Yo, yeah, like Commission said, we got Guillotines 3 coming down the pipeline. Pause. Um, beginning of the year. Beginning of the year, we gonna yo, we got
Nothing.
that coming. And then I got a solo EP that's already, pretty much done too. That's gonna come out after that. And then then the next project will be with Shamir and Kamish. That'll be the third project. So in 2024, I'm looking at 3 projects, potentially 4. If my guy me and my guy Lethal get on the same page, you know what I'm saying? But 3 for sure. We got 3 for sure. We got Guillotines 3 coming, my solo joint. It's pretty much like a follow-up to Hector. And then the joint that me, Shamir, and Commission are working on. So yeah,
Yo,
looking forward to that.
people usually send you songs like, yo, what you think of this? Like, yo, YP just said 3 to 4 projects. Like, I feel like he sent me 2 other ones he ain't mentioned. He got like projects in the tuck that, yo, what you think of this? Thinking about dropping this in the fall. When did you record this? Last
Last
weekend.
night, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like he's doing whole projects during the weekend, bro. Like he's
Oh,
different, bro.
he recorded an EP since we've been on the stream, man. So it's
Yeah, man.
and the way he's
Gotta keep
talking,
it
I won't be surprised to hear him on that Lil Nas X Christian joint, man. The way
Oh snap! Nah,
There's a little Nas X Christian album.
Yeah, no,
apparently.
Don't look it up, bro. Don't look this up.
Yeah.
Look,
No.
Don't go
Before
to
you
that.
do,
That
like,
joint kind of
Don't do
slap
that.
though.
Remember
Like,
I told you
That's
about
slap.
it, Commissioner?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Wildin'.
before you read up on it, make sure you put that armor of God on, okay?
Yeah,
Word.
yo,
Yeah.
he's wildin'.
I be wanting to hit him with the spear, man.
Yo, Darius said
Pause,
YP
pause,
drops
pause.
projects like singles.
Yeah,
They
Yep,
do.
that's what
definitely
it
do,
does.
man.
I mean, I think this year I felt like, why Pete dropping another project? Like,
I was
Like-
gonna put out the EP at the end of this year, but I'm like, nah, hold on. I put out 10 singles this year and 3 projects. So I was like,
Yeah.
yo, let me chill, man.
Dude,
and
I
you
think I
dropped
said this
3 EPs
before.
last year.
Last year, Guillotines
drop-
won,
Yep.
Fire in the Palace,
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom with Riggs. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we gotta keep it going, man.
I think I've said it before, man. Like I feel like if YP just drops a single, like someone needs to check in on him and make sure he's okay.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention.
yo,
I'm
here's
working on
another
the
project.
album. I'm working on a project with Joseph SD. So it's
Okay.
gonna be an R&B project.
yeah, I
Shout out to
might
Joseph
listen.
SD.
I might surprise y'all. I already talked to YP because me and YP was supposed to do another one. We're supposed to do the demolition. That still might happen. Cause we
Oh,
spoke
See,
about it.
It's
Riggs
on,
ain't
it's on
retiring,
record.
man.
He
It's on
lied.
record.
Riggs ain't
Now
retiring,
we're all
man.
gonna be happy for
Yo,
it.
listen, man.
yo.
You can't quit. You can't quit this, Riggs. Come on, man.
Listen,
I ain't
man.
want to say that. I ain't want to say that. I was gonna, you know what I mean? But Rick said it. So
What's crazy is that'll probably that I could probably write that quicker than finishing this album. That's the crazy part. Because see, for
Yo,
me, I don't know. Listen, maybe y'all can tell me. I just be in a different headspace when I'm like in mixtape mode versus album mode.
Mhm.
Like mixtape mode, I could write it all day. I could not write it, think it, freestyle it all day. But like album mode, I don't know if I overthink. I don't know what it is, but it's such a slow burn for me.
I think it's the overthinking.
Mm.
Overthinking.
yo,
Because it's
you
like because I'm
overthink
not.
when you by yourself, bro. When you doing a collab project, it's like your mind is different, bro.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
that
fact.
too, that too, yeah, that too. Because I guess with an
I don't.
album, I'm more intentional about the songs. Like I'm not trying to rap through the roof on an
You
album.
slow
You know what I'm
cooking.
saying?
Yeah, no, I think overthinking. Like I feel like you just gotta you gotta go with the flow and go with the vibe. Like there's so many times during this process of the album I would build it up and then break it back down. Build it up, break it back down, and then see how it would sound different ways. Like there were songs that I took out um off the project and then added this song in, like, and just I was like, all right, yo, it needs to. I just felt like it needs to sound a certain way from the intro to the ending. Like it needs to be this vibe, like having my wife speak on the intro, and then having my son say a prayer on voicemail interlude, but then having like the the old woman speak the spoken word on Prisoner of Faith, leading into My Soul and Faith Lessons. You know, like, yo, it just, I felt like it was just everything happened at the right time, and you just can't trap yourself in a box. You don't overthink it at all. Just go with it.
That's
He's
good,
thinking
bro.
about it. Thinking about
C4 said, peace.
it, right?
Yo, Riggs, you produced the whole joint, your whole album.
Yeah, and most of it was finished produced since the end of 2021.
That's another thing too.
So
He not only is he rapping on these joints, he's producing them and mixing and mastering. So there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know what I'm
whole
saying?
lot. It's a
Yeah,
whole
Man,
lot.
Yeah,
and
but
you
what if
probably return to a song after you haven't heard it forever, and then
yeah,
you
but
want to
what if
change
you
everything.
produced? What if you made songs one by one instead of having them pre-produced, like having I got 10 records already made. This is what I'm rapping on. Instead of like building each record and saying, all right, I got this record. Now I gotta search for like kind of like build the body and
Build
then
the
figure
production
out
first.
Because
what's
see,
going on.
I don't work that way because I'm very vibe driven, right? So I got a whole mood in my head, and the beats I end up making like 3 beats a day, and they all like end up being keepers, and then I got the whole album produced in like a week, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have the backdrop. It's like a film for me, right? Like you got all the scenes, you got
Mm-hmm.
all the locations you want to shoot at. So like music is like that for me. So I have the whole backdrop sitting there. It's just the words that take long for me because it's more intentional than me just having a fire 16. I could do that, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's not gonna mean much to me. So for an album, I don't really approach it that way. Like I tell people all the time, I'm all about the record more than I am about the verse. So I'll like Selah gets on me about this, but I purposely dumb down my verses on the album sometimes if I got a feature, just so the feature shines better if they rap after me because the song is traveling upward. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like because I'm thinking about the listener experience. I'm not thinking about me having the best verse. I don't really care about that. Like I'm secure in my pen. I'm just thinking about the song living long. You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about 99 and how it's lasting. Like I'm thinking about the record living long because
Yeah.
we put a lot of me anyway. I put a lot of money and time, and I save a lot of money and time because I make my own beats. I mix my own records. I mix for other people. You know what I'm saying? And I still spend a lot of money on doing these projects. So the last thing I want to do is drop it and it's gone in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I take my foot off the gas on verses all the time just for the sake of a record where in a mixtape, I'm not thinking about nobody or nothing. I just go. You know what I'm saying? Whatever come out, come out. But I'm just too
Mhm.
intentional on the album. So
Well,
it's
to
just
encourage you biblically, that just means you're stewarding your resources well.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yep.
Word up.
And
And
I'll
it's
say this:
worth the wait.
I
It's
want
worth
to
the wait
see.
with Riggs' music. My bad. I just
Yeah.
want to say
No,
it's
you're good,
worth the
man. No,
wait.
I want to challenge him to make some more music because I want to
Yeah.
see YP and Riggs do like a whole like tag team series, man. Like, can we get like a Creed Brothers project?
Demolition. Demolition is a tag team. We did
demolition.
Legion
Mm.
Doom. Now it's
NWA.
Yeah. But I
They
want
could
the
be
Creed
like
Brothers.
Farouk and them.
That's what I want.
Like
Shawn
Farouk and
Michaels
them.
and Bret Hart.
Word.
oh,
The
oh, that's
NWO,
hard.
Man, it's
Yeah.
wild, man. I got back into like wrestling this year, man. It's been a while. I was like big
Yo,
into it in high school,
last
man.
week I just watched again for the first time in months. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, see,
I sent them
like
a foot.
CM
I
Punk is
sent them
back.
footage of me being at wrestling with my sons. He was jealous.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, let me tell you about. So, like, they did one of the what do they call them? Like the superstar shows or whatever. The like just random throughout the week shows. Like WWE came through
Yeah,
Springfield, Missouri.
the in-house, the
Yeah,
in-house
yeah,
shows.
yeah. And the way they promoted it, I thought it was just like a handful of them going to be there, right? Like that's all that you saw on like the promotional graphics and stuff. So like I was trying to get like my youngest son because it was like the same weekend of his birthday. I was like, let's go to this, and he was like, yeah, and then he's like, no, I don't want to go, and I was like, fine, whatever. So we didn't go. And then that Monday, I come in, and one of the students in my class, she's like, hey, guess what? My dad won these free tickets to this, and then pulls out her phone, and there's like, there's Cody Rhodes, there's like
Oh,
the
they had the
entire
good
roster
wrestlers.
out there, man.
They had the
Entire
good
roster.
wrestlers.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh man,
Cody
dude.
went back to WWE, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
and CM Punk now.
Yeah, I was watching CM Punk on Monday.
Yeah.
Tell me how I know this is because my kids watch wrestling. I
Yeah, I
watch.
used to be tapped into wrestling heavy, but the new stuff, I don't know. It don't hit the same.
Nah. It's Roman Reigns is fire.
Yo,
Oh,
nah,
yeah.
Roman Reigns
listen.
only shows up for PLEs
It,
sometimes.
Yo, you know
it
who I
don't.
can always watch wrestle? Rey Mysterio. like those high
Yeah, he's
flying, like
Dude,
dudes.
Ray's still around, man.
Entertainer.
He's
Yeah,
still
that's why
around,
It,
and he
I
got a
still watch
son
him.
in
Yeah,
wrestling.
his son. Yeah,
it
son
Yeah.
don't hit
Dominic.
the same. It don't hit the same. I agree. And the big blow for me, pause, was when
Pause.
Hey, yo,
was
Pause.
when
Pause.
was when what's the name? The Fiend when he died. What's his name?
Oh, Bray Wyatt.
When Bray Wyatt died, that was the I was just like, oh, cause he was the hope for he was the one getting me really back into
Mhm.
wrestling. So when he passed, because Undertaker is my favorite wrestler, so he was like the next iteration of him to me,
Yeah.
just in a different way, and I loved it, and I was like, I could get back into this, and then. Me and Brinson talk about wrestling all the time. So he was telling me, I was like, man, I don't care, man. Bray's gone. I'm done.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm really liking what they're doing with Jey Uso at this point, man. Now that he's on Raw,
All the Usos, yeah.
his solo stuff, man. Yeah. So anyway, fellas, Ayo, give them the elevator pitch, man. Tell them why they need to go listen if they haven't listened.
go listen to 99. It's an experience. You're gonna love it if you love gritty soul. If you love gritty CHH. If if you a believer. If you not a believer. It's just therapy for the soul. So it's something that you're gonna love, and there's something for everybody in there. Whether it's lyricism, whether it's lyrics that tug at the heartstrings, beats that make you feel good, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight, man. We need to do this again, man. We'll have like some gritty CHH summits every once in a while throughout the year, maybe.
Yeah. That'll be ill.
Shout out to everyone that's watching. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the album 99, man. Big Swiss, as always, dude. I appreciate you being here tonight.
Hey, thanks, guys. Man, I just feel lucky I get to chat with you guys. Like, I really think you guys are some of the best rappers I've heard in the last 30 years of listening to hip hop. And man, it's just kind of cool talking to some Titans and brothers in Christ at the same time. So really appreciate it. The insight was excellent tonight.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. We appreciate y'all too, man. We appreciate y'all.
Well, we love getting on here talking to y'all too, man.
Yeah, man. DJ Lost and Found in your gloriousness.
Gloriousness. Nah, I don't got no outro, but yeah, I'm just glad to be here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
Word.
floating on podcasts. You know what I mean? I'm Florida.
Yeah. Well, hey, and I announced this at the end of the stream we did on Monday with me and Zero because I don't think anyone was watching. There's a few people watching right now, so maybe we should give them a little taste. Swiss, what do you think?
Yeah, go ahead and let them know.
So we've been talking behind the scenes. We've been getting some stuff prepared. 2024 kicks off, man. We're planning on being here every Monday night, man. Being consistent, being on. So make sure y'all tune in with us. We got a new show in the works for our YouTube and our it's weird saying X, our X channel, I guess. Our X
We'll
account.
eventually be saying it like it's.
I know.
We're eventually
It
it'll happen.
sounds
No,
whack.
because
It's not worse
I'm
than give
gonna
them a taste,
when you
but
say
you know.
X.
I'm gonna assume that we're gonna have to say pause every like 3 seconds.
You brought nothing but New Yorkers on here. This is what it is.
Dude, seriously, man. But no, like, hey, it's cool, and there's gonna be some more coming. So make sure you pause.
You getting it, baby. You getting it.
So make sure you tuned in, man. Follow us on X, subscribe to our newsletter, 520club.com/substack, so you can get the latest. Make sure you're part of the Twitter X community. Maybe I'll say it like that, Twitter X community, so that you get the latest, man, on what's happening. But we got some cool stuff. We're excited about it, and we want y'all to be a part of it. Let's see, what did Darius say? He said X channel sounds hecka inappropriate. This is what I'm saying, man. I don't
X
know.
channel.
Get him with the hecka.
Blame it on the fact that I'm not cool, man. I don't know what else to call it. So hey, just
They
James,
said-
you're fired,
They
man.
said, "Oh shoot, I got Eric on pause alert."
Oh, geez.
This is apparently where we're at this point of the evening. So, yeah, man, appreciate it. We'll be back soonish. I don't know for sure when, but we'll be back. So make sure you stay tuned in. You know what it is, 520club.com. Indie Christian culture, faith goes beyond the mainstream. Let's